In the words of the great Martin Luther King Jr., faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. A powerful reminder of the strength that lies within our belief, our trust, and our faith. Faith, an unseen yet potent force, carries us forward in times of uncertainty, illuminating our path, guiding us in our darkest hours. It is this very faith that we are going to explore today. Let's dive into the depths of faith and its transformative power. Have you ever felt utterly hopeless, like there's no light at the end of the tunnel? Let me share a story of a woman named Emily. Emily was a vibrant woman, full of life, until one day she was diagnosed with a life-threatening disease. The doctors were uncertain, the treatments were exhausting, and the prognosis was grim. She felt like she was trapped in a never-ending night, with no dawn in sight. But Emily was not just any woman. She was a woman of faith. She believed in the divine, the power that transcends our human understanding. Emily held onto her faith like a beacon in her storm. She believed that her faith was her shield, her solace, her sanctuary in the midst of her suffering. She prayed not just for healing, but for strength. Strength to endure the pain, strength to face the fear, strength to continue believing. Emily's faith was unshakable, undeterred by the grim reality that surrounded her. And then, something remarkable happened. Emily started getting better. Her body started responding to the treatments. The doctors were astounded. They couldn't explain it, but Emily could. It was her faith, she said. Her unwavering faith had become her miracle. Remember, Emily's faith wasn't just about believing in miracles, it was about finding strength in adversity, peace in turmoil, and hope in despair. It was about believing in a power greater than herself, a power that could carry her through her darkest hours. Emily's story is a testament to the power of faith. It's a reminder that faith can move mountains, that faith can turn the impossible into possible. It's a testament to the power of believing, even when the world gives you every reason not to. Emily's story is not just about overcoming a life-threatening disease. It's about the power of faith to overcome adversity, to find light in the darkest of tunnels, to find hope in the most hopeless of situations. Emily's story is a reminder that faith is not just about believing. It's about surviving. It's about thriving. It's about living. Her faith became her refuge, her strength, her miracle. Sometimes it's not about the size of the storm, but about your ability to weather it. And this couldn't be more true for John, a man who once found himself caught in a tempest of personal adversity. John was an ordinary man, like you and me, until one day, the rug was pulled out from under him. He lost his job, a job he had dedicated 20 years of his life to. With a family to feed and bills piling up, John found himself in the middle of a financial hardship that seemed insurmountable. Yet, in the heart of this storm, John discovered a strength he never knew he had. This strength was not found in his bank account or in the comfort of job security. No, it was found in the quiet whispers of his faith. He turned to his beliefs, the teachings of patience, perseverance, and trust in divine providence. His faith became his refuge, his sanctuary in the midst of chaos. He didn't let the anxiety of his circumstances break him. Instead, he embraced the patience that faith instilled in him. He waited, he prayed, and he believed that things would get better. And in this waiting, he found a resilience that was far stronger than any adversity he faced. Perseverance, too, became his companion. He tirelessly sought out opportunities, knocked on doors, and even when they didn't open, he held on to his faith. He believed that there was a plan for him, a path that was still being paved. And indeed, his faith did not disappoint him. After a long period of trials and tribulations, John found a new job, one that was even better than his previous one. His faith had carried him through the storm, and in the end, he came out stronger and more resilient. In the storm of life, it's not about escaping the rain, but learning to dance in it. It's about finding that inner strength, that faith, that can help you weather any hardship. For John, his faith wasn't just a belief, it was his lifeline. In his darkest times, his faith lit the path ahead, and it can do the same for all of us. Adversity can break you, but it can also help build you. These words ring especially true in the life of a young person we'll call John. John's story is one of struggle and transformation, a testament to the power of faith. John was an ordinary teenager with an extraordinary problem: addiction. It started innocently enough with a few pills at a party, but quickly spiraled into a daily habit. His life became a blur of seeking, using, and recovering from the substance that had taken hold. His world shrank until it encompassed only his addiction. His family, friends, and dreams faded into the background. In the throes of his addiction, John hit rock bottom. He lost his job, his relationships, and almost his life. It was in this dark moment that John found a glimmer of light, a spark of hope. It was faith. John's journey toward recovery began with a single prayer, a heartfelt plea for help. He found himself in a church, drawn in by the comforting rhythm of the hymns and sermons. He felt a sense of peace, a feeling he hadn't experienced in a long time. John started attending weekly services, not out of obligation, but out of a yearning for change. He became involved in the church community, found support in its members, and started to study the Bible. He found strength in the teachings, comfort in the fellowship, and hope in the messages of redemption and renewal. As John's faith grew, so did his resolve to overcome his addiction. He began attending recovery meetings, worked with a sponsor, and started to rebuild his life, piece by piece. His faith didn't magically erase his struggle, but it gave him the inner strength to face it, to fight it, and ultimately, to overcome it. John's story is not unique. It's a testament to the transformative power of faith, a reminder that even in our darkest hours, faith can be a beacon of hope, a source of strength. As Corrie ten Boom, a famous believer, once said, "There is no pit so deep that God's love is not deeper still." Their faith didn't remove the struggle, but it did empower them to overcome it. John's story is proof of that. His journey from addiction to recovery, from despair to hope, is a testament to the power of faith. Faith does more than just comfort us in times of adversity. Imagine a seed planted in the ground. It's tiny, almost insignificant, and yet with the right amount of sunlight, water, and care, it grows. It sprouts roots, then a stem, and eventually blossoms into a plant, a tree, or a flower. Faith is very much like that seed. It starts small, perhaps as a mere belief or a sense of hope, but given the right conditions, it can grow into something transformative. Faith has the astounding capacity to inspire us. It can encourage us to strive for higher purpose, to reach beyond our limitations, to rise above our circumstances. Consider how faith motivated Mother Teresa to serve the poor, or how it drove Martin Luther King Jr. to fight for equality. Their faith wasn't just a comfort or a refuge, it was a catalyst for action, a driving force behind their extraordinary lives. And this is the transformative power of faith. It's not just about believing in something greater, but also about becoming something greater ourselves. It's about growing, evolving, and transforming, just like that seed. It's about reaching toward the sunlight, even when we're buried in the dark earth. Faith can make us kinder, more compassionate, more understanding. It can help us see the world not as it is, but as it could be. It can inspire us to act, to change, to make a difference. And in this way, faith is not just a personal journey, but a collective one. It's a journey we embark on together, as a community, as a society, as a species. So let's consider faith not just as a source of comfort, but also as a source of strength. Let's recognize it as a catalyst for change, a tool for transformation. Let's embrace it as a call to action, a call to become better, to do better, to strive for a higher purpose. In the words of Helen Keller, faith is the strength by which a shattered world shall emerge into the light. Faith indeed moves mountains. Faith is not just about believing, it's about acting on that belief. Indeed, faith is a verb, not a noun. It's an active pursuit, a daily commitment to living a life that reflects your deepest beliefs. Think about the stories we've shared today. Each one of them is a testament to the transformative power of faith. They're examples of how faith, coupled with action, can move mountains, overcome adversity, and bring about miracles. But faith isn't just for the big moments, the monumental challenges. It's also for the everyday, the mundane. It's about waking up each morning, choosing to believe, and acting on that belief. Whether it's through prayer, acts of kindness, or striving to overcome personal hardships, your faith can be a guiding light in your life. You see, faith is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. And the stronger it gets, the more capable you are of facing life's challenges head-on. So don't wait for the big moments to exercise your faith. Start today, start now. Maybe it's a simple act of kindness to a stranger, or a quiet prayer of gratitude for the blessings in your life. Or perhaps it's standing firm in the face of adversity, refusing to let it shake your faith. Whatever it is, do it with conviction, with courage, and most importantly, with faith. Remember, faith is taking the first step, even when you can't see the whole staircase. Take that step today and let your faith guide you.